All right, traders, hello, happy weekend, and Connor, welcome back.
Thank you, Scotty.
Episode 97. So we're approaching triple figures, which is exciting for the viewers that do watch the watch the channel here. Oh wow. Okay, so Connor, we're back. All right, Euro Swiss. It closed. I think it closed. Not too bad for the day. And where is this relative to where you got in? Like it's
I'm
not.
still in profit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing like greatly. From where I got in, I can just have a quick look. It's about 300. I'm about 340 pips in profit on a daily. Now on a daily trade, that's not a bunch. It'd be great if I got in the 5 minute and I got something like that. But
Yes, that would be.
nevertheless, if you look at the weekly candle, Scott, it was kind of just an indecisive week.
Oh yeah, that really clarifies things pretty. Yeah, I see now. Interesting. I like that cat. That's not.
It's
It's
not
more.
overly bullish, is it?
No, it's not. So, and the
I
trend is
mean,
still.
yeah, unfortunately for me, it was a bullish week, but
Mm,
that candle, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really say much. So I've just got to stay in it,
that's
follow
right.
the rules. I've been
Yep.
in it, I think, for about 10 days now.
I was just about to ask. Yeah, about 10. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. No, that's not too bad. I don't mind that. And it's not doing anything silly. It's just sort of, chugging along.
Yeah, I've been in it for 13 days, so
13. Okay. Oh no, you don't know. I think on my FX book, they tell you the average time you've been in a trade. So that's an interesting stat. I think for me it was about 6.5 days or something. So, but I think you might win that because I think you stay in trades a little bit longer than I do, which is a good thing though. For traders that trade higher time frames, guys, you don't want to like just quickly, unless it moves like really just crazy in your favor or something. But which rarely just that. I wish that happened, but that doesn't really. So now USD CAD. So this was a trade I took on the 8th. Now I did take this on the hourly. So my thesis was, Conor and I were discussing the software. It was going sideways, and it had a little bit of a breakdown. Now this is sort of the US situation has been looking pretty bearish with the government shutdown and everything that's going on with the stock market as well. And there's a lot of uncertainty that Donald Trump sort of, with the government shutdown, a lot of uncertainty. So I took this, and then it actually, kangaroo tailed pretty nicely with that wiki candle there, held sideways, broke down some more. So when it broke down again, it sort of was about half to the point where I would move the stop loss. So I was like, no, let me keep that there. And then it popped up pretty aggressively, and so the stop was tighter because it was the hourly. So I didn't have to move much in my favor, but at the same time it was a little vulnerable. But I was okay with that, and it did pop up. So moving on. But yeah, it's interesting. What's your take on Donald and the wall situation? Do you think it's just going to continue on with the government shutdown for a little while, Connor?
oh, who knows? Who knows? Does anyone actually know what's going on? I mean, we just get fed. We just get spoon-fed a little bit of stuff.
That's true.
As a practical application, the wall doesn't seem like to make a lot of sense since the Chinese couldn't keep the Mongols out.
No, that didn't really
Yeah,
work.
well,
And
and technology's only taken over since then. But
mm,
nevertheless, it's a campaign promise that he wants to keep.
I
Uh,
think that's right. Yeah, and they're just using it as leverage, aren't they, the Democrats, and
yeah.
just causing a real ruckus. And it's just obviously it's affecting a lot of people because those government workers aren't getting paid. So it's like, well, man, I mean, it's crazy
Well, they
what's
don't
going
do
on.
anything anyway, Scotty. So
That's true. That's true. They do have an extended little break, so they can just maybe they can learn how to trade. This could be good. Maybe more people might come to the channel because they're like, oh man, I gotta diversify my income a little bit. Oh dear. Okay,
yeah.
but
And then
that's
apart from that, what I'm looking at like next week is maybe the cable.
yeah. Let's bring that
The
up.
4 hour, it's just had a good move upwards after being in a bit of a sideways movement.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, the cable's so, especially this year, the last year or so, it's just been so dangerous to sort of trade.
If they do, there's this meeting on Tuesday to see if May's terms get approved by the Parliament, and if it does go through, that could really help. Yeah, so that's why guys were mentioning this. The price action's not too bad, so it's a point of interest. But we're not saying just buy it immediately on Monday, because that's not what we're saying. So don't misinterpret that for what we're actually. That's not. Please don't do that. So just it's something to watch on the radar a little bit. So that's that. One more thing. Aussie Kiwi. So Aussie Kiwi. I took that earlier in the week. This was earlier on Tuesday as well. So this was during the London session. And it offered a nice little uptrend. It hasn't been too aggressive. It had a bit of a break. Moved pretty well in my favor. Again, about the same as USD CAD, but it hasn't fallen. I'm obviously still in the trade, but it's about 0.5%. So I'm about 50% to the stop loss. But it ended the day not too badly. No, I was on the 4 hour. Pardon me. It did close bearish on the daily, but it's pretty sideways. So what would be great is I think China and US did have a meeting on Wednesday about the trade talk and the news. What did the news say? Uneventful. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it was pretty good. So it sounds like I don't know what was said at the meeting, but it didn't seem to do much on the currency either. So
well, the Aussie had already had a flash crash too.
Yeah. That's like did big time.
So making and I mean what they said with the flash crash, that didn't even really make sense.
No,
blaming it on who did they blame it on? Apple.
Yeah, they did, and they said low liquidity and algos, and I'm like, wow, okay. So it didn't really. I was just like, but that's why it's important to not just to have trades open and not have stops on. I mean, obviously you might have got slipped, but you got to have the stops in place, because if someone was short, long, it would have been painful. You would have woke it up and been like, holy crap. Well, I mean, if you were using leverage.
Wouldn't be in too bad.
No.
Yeah. Now, but at the time you could have really freaked out. Like I sort of woke up and I just thought, oh, if I was long, and well, if you didn't have a stop loss, you would have woke up long and you would have gone, oh well, not a lot of a problem. But if you were there watching it, you would have cried. You would have watched the house go. You would have watched the house go down the drain, and then
a lot of the problem is as well. So a lot of people, they talk to me about leverage, and they don't understand you're risking 50 times your account size. So if you were, that's why it's very important to understand that, because this will just blow the account up. So people are like, yeah, let's use leverage. But then you just that is not what professionals do. You have to be thinking like that. So I had one person talk to me about that, and he's like, oh, I'll just use 20 to 1, and I'm like, that's really crazy.
One trade.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're very wealthy and you have a tiny 10 grand fund account and you're experienced and you understand that, but even then, I mean, that's still like gambling. It's just like degenerate, just complete and utter, professionals just wouldn't be doing that. They love money too much. They don't want to be just being crazy. So, but that's the Aussie Kiwi. Now, briefly, it's just another point of interest. So we've got the cable, and now we've got the Aussie dollar here as well. So it's bounced a little bit off 71.30 odd, and it closed above 72 cents. So a little bit of an interest on this one as well, but it's it's not worth talking for 5 minutes about, but it's certainly I'll be watching that as well. So I think that's it from my end, and we talked cable as well. So Euro Swiss in, some people would say 300 plus pips, that's very good. But you got to remember, so on the daily, guys, the stops are wider. So you have to sort of have the mindset of it's a set and forget type thing. Except Connor does move the stop. So you base it on the price action, though. It doesn't necessarily, yeah. So it's just checking in once a day. So that's very easy to do. So that's, if you're working a day job with most people do, it's very easy to manage that as well. So I think that's Euro Swiss. So yeah, any final closing words, Connor?
So I'm just looking at cable, mate.
Yeah. Potentially silver, or is that a little bit too crazy?
Sideways.
Yeah. Yes, sorry, yeah, we discussed that. Yeah, so silver gold, again, guys, it has to really do something pretty spectacular because it just loves moving a little bit, then going sideways, and it's very frustrating. And I think that's a good thing to end on. All right, that's it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Approaching episode 100. I'll try and work in some sort of offer with Forex Tester for the viewers that do watch this and try and give something away for free or something. I'll email them and just see for the people that do watch this. So, but again, Connor, thank you for joining us as well on this early Sunday morning. Appreciate it. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and bye for now. Thanks again, Connor.
Bye.